This isn't just trade talk anymore. It's a full on global chess match, and two of the biggest players are locking eyes across the board. Last week, Trump stunned the world by hitting pause on most tariffs. But this week, he doubles down on China, pushing tariffs to a jaw dropping 125%. And China? Well, they're not exactly sitting quietly. Behind the scenes, strategies are shifting, allies are picking sides, and every move, it could shake up the entire world economy. Is this a smart strategy or economic chaos? Hey everyone, welcome back to the Home of Thought, your weekly dose of bold, brainy breakdowns. We're unpacking Tariff Wars Round 2. And trust me, this isn't just about taxes, it's about power, pressure, and the fight for global influence. Let's break it down, one thought at a time. Okay, so imagine this. You and your friend are in the middle of the world's most epic Pokemon card trade. You've been swapping back and forth. One shiny card for one rare trainer card. Nice and fair. But then one day you go, actually, if you want this shiny Pikachu, I want two rare cards now. That's basically what a tariff is. It's like a fee or tax one country charges another for trading stuff. And President Trump? Well, he loves tariffs. In fact, just a few weeks ago, he was like, new rule. Most countries now have to pay more if they want to sell things in America. New shoes, headphones, phones, prices going up. Why? Because those things are made in other countries, and now they've got a new entry fee into the US. But wait, plot twist. This week, Trump hit the pause button. Like literally. Alright, he said, let's chill for 90 days. He's giving most countries a break, or a tariff timeout, to keep things from getting too messy. So now, over 70 countries are off the hook for now, while talks happen behind the scenes. Winners? Countries that didn't throw a tantrum, aka didn't slap their own tariffs on the US, and businesses that were stressing hard about rising costs. Losers, or should I say loser, China, big time. Trump didn't just skip the pause for China, he turned the heat way up. Tariffs on Chinese goods were already high, and now they've been pushed to a whopping 145%. That means if something from China cost $100 before, it can now cost $245, $245, just to land in the US. Trump says China is playing unfair in global trade, selling stuff cheap, stealing tech, and hurting American factories. So he's hitting back hard. So why is Trump doing this? His reason: other countries are being unfair. They're selling stuff cheap in the US and hurting American jobs. His plan? If we make imported stuff more expensive, people will buy American-made stuff instead. More factories, more jobs, more made in the USA stickers. Sounds simple, but it can backfire because when the US goes tariff mode, other countries can be like, oh really? Well, we'll make your stuff more expensive too. And boom, it's like a tax food fight. So what happened this week? The stock market went whoosh. When Trump hit pause, people were like, oh, maybe this won't spiral into total chaos. Investors got excited and the stock market jumped. The S&P 500 had its best day since 2008. Everyone breathed a little easier, at least for now. So what does it mean for you? Things you buy can stay affordable for now. That new toy or tech you're eyeing might not get more expensive yet. And your parents, their jobs might be a little safer if their companies aren't stuck in the trade war mess. But the pause is just for 90 days, 3 months. And after that, well, get ready for round 2. So, top takeaways. Trump loves tariffs, so he adds fees to imports. He paused most of them this week, but not for China. In fact, Chinese imports now face 145% tariffs, the biggest yet. However, the stock market loved the pause. It might help prices and jobs for now, but more drama could be coming. And if you want some more info, then check out last week's video. The link's in the description below. Aliens might be real. This week, scientists confirmed that Europa, one of Jupiter's icy moons, has strong signs of liquid water and mysterious organic molecules, which are the building blocks of life. NASA's Europa Clipper mission, launching later this year, now has a massive spotlight on it. Why? Because if water and organic stuff are both down there, we could be looking at our best chance yet to find alien life in our own solar system. Europe's surface is frozen solid, but underneath, possibly a giant salty ocean, bigger than all of Earth's combined. And get this, those organic molecules, they weren't expected. They changed everything. Scientists are calling this a major turning point in the search for life beyond Earth. No little green guys just yet, but discovery is one giant leap closer. So buckle up, because space news just leveled up. Now, it's time for our global sports roundup, with goals, glory and shockers. This week in football, Manchester City pulled off a last-minute comeback thriller against Real Madrid, sealing their spot in the Champions League semi-finals, and fans are still buzzing. Over in cricket, India stunned Australia with a surprise win in the T20 World Cup warm-ups, thanks to a fiery 92 from young sensation Riyan Parag. Meanwhile, the Paris Olympics countdown is on. Just 100 days to go, and athletes worldwide are battling final qualification spots. And in tennis, Carlos Alcaraz just knocked out Djokovic in straight sets at Monte Carlo, sending a clear message. The next gen is here, and they're not playing around. Plus, a first. Kenya launched its National Women's Rugby League, marking a historic milestone in African sports. From buzzer beaters to broken records, the world of sports is moving fast. Stay tuned, because next week, it's going to be even crazier. Our planet is in peril. There's a supervolcano rumbling in Iceland. Scientists in Iceland have raised the alert as Reykjanes volcanic system showed signs of a possible major eruption, the strongest in over 800 years. The ground is rising, magma is moving, and over 300,000 mini-quakes were recorded in just 48 hours. Local towns are on high alert. Emergency teams are prepping, and flights across Europe could face disruptions if an ash cloud forms. Volcanologists say the eruptions could happen any day now. And here's a kicker. A blast from this system in the past actually cooled the planet for months. So yeah, this isn't just a local story. It could affect weather, air travel, and even food supply chains. Iceland might be about to go boom, and the world is watching. The sky went dark and people cheered. On April 8th, a total solar eclipse swept across North America, turning daytime into dusk for millions of people watching below. The moon perfectly blocked the sun, creating a glowing halo in the sky called the corona. And yes, it looked just as cool as it sounds. From Texas to Maine, cities held viewing parties, schools paused lessons, and crowds cheered as stars appeared in the middle of the day. Scientists say this eclipse was extra special because the sun is in a superactive phase, making the display even more dramatic. People saw solar flares, dancing light, and even birds going quiet as if it were night. It was the longest total eclipse in the US since 2017, and the last one we'll see here until 2044. Some are calling it the event of the decade. Others are just mad it's over. Either way, for a few minutes the world looked up together. And now it's time for our question of the week. This week, should AI tools be allowed in schools for everyday learning? Some people say yes, let AI in. After all, first off, it's the future. Learning to use AI now prepares students for real-world tech-driven jobs. Secondly, it boosts creativity. AI can help students brainstorm, write, and solve problems in new ways. And thirdly, an equal access to help. Because not everyone can afford private tutors, AI can be a learning assistant for all. However, others say no, keep it out. Because, first off, it can cause over-reliance. Students might stop thinking critically if AI doesn't work for them. Secondly, there's a cheating risk. AI makes it easier to submit work that's not actually your own. And thirdly, there are loads of mental health effects. Constant shortcuts might affect focus, patience, and confidence. So, what do you think? Drop your answer in the comments below and tell us why. We'll feature the best responses in next week's episode. So now we've done the big stories, it's time for the smaller ones. First off, bees are thriving on Paris rooftops. Paris continues to see a rise in urban beekeeping, with rooftop gardens and pollinator parks contributing to the resurgence of bee populations in the city. This initiative not only supports biodiversity, but also enhances urban agriculture and environmental awareness. Secondly, a new species has been discovered in Australia's Northern Territory. The Bush Blitz expedition, which concluded on April 11, 2025, uncovered several previously unknown species, including a unique fish in the Catherine region, a new wasp, and a spider potentially new to science. The collaborative effort between scientists and indigenous communities highlight the rich biodiversity of the area. Thirdly, at the recent COP16 conference in Rome, nearly 200 countries pledged $200 billion to protect Earth's biodiversity by 2030. This funding will support conservation efforts worldwide, with a focus on involving indigenous communities and local leaders in decision-making processes. Fourthly, scientists have developed a new way of helping Alzheimer's patients recall lost memories, called artificial memories therapy. In one case, a 70-year-old patient was able to remember his grandson after undergoing the treatment, offering hope for future advancements in neurodegenerative disease therapies. And finally, NASA is preparing to launch the Tandem Reconnection and Cusp Electrodynamics Reconnaissance Satellites, or TRACES, on April 13, 2025. This mission aims to study how the solar wind interacts with Earth's magnetic field, enhancing our understanding of space weather and its impact on satellite communications and power grid. And that's it. That's your fast track through the biggest, boldest stories from around the world. From rooftop bees to deep space missions, new species, and scientific breakthroughs. It's amazing how much can change in just 1 week. And we're here to catch it all, one headline at a time. If your brain's buzzing with questions or ideas, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a thought-provoking update. And remember, drop your answers to the question of the week in the comments. If your answer's good, we might feature your take next week. Until then, stay smart, stay curious, and keep thinking bigger. Bye for now.